Hello, hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV screen to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well let's learn English together. Well, hello there, gods of English. How are you all today? Did you sleep well? Yes? Good. Are you all ready for some more revision? You are? Brill. Well then, let's take another look at some of the new language we learned in the past 4 weeks. In the 17th week, in the 83rd lesson, we learned some new prepositions, didn't we? Shall we take another butcher's at them? Let's have another look, shall we? Yes, my friends. It's time for us to take another look at prepositions. I know. I love them and you love them too. They're great, aren't they? Okay, so a quick recap. We know 3 prepositions of time, don't we? Yes, that's right. Many years ago, when the dinosaurs were alive, we learned 3 prepositions of time with Terence the squirrel. Can you remember which prepositions we learned? Good, that's correct. We learned at, on, and in. We use at for what? Good, we use at for clock times. I get up at 6:45. I go to bed at 11:30. And what about on? That's right. We use on for days and dates. I'll see you at work on Tuesday. This year, my birthday was on a Wednesday. And in? What about in? When do we use in? Correct, a-doodle-doodle-doo. We use in when we're talking about months, seasons and years. I was born in November. I was born in the autumn. I was born in 1970. Great! Now, what other prepositions did we learn? Well, we learned some prepositions of place in Doreen's bedroom. In, on, under and next to. Then we learned a synonym for next to. Beside. Beside was part of the group of 7 new prepositions of place that we learned. The other 6 were between, in front of, and its opposite, behind. Then we learned the preposition of place opposite, and then we learned above and below. Below is like under, but we normally use under if something is covering something else. Now, after the new prepositions of place, we learned some prepositions of movement, didn't we? We learned 3 prepositions of movement: into, out of, and off. Great! Now, hang on to your trousers, because we're going to learn some more prepositions of movement. Ladies and gents, girls and boys, cats, monkeys, anacondas, and octopuses, feast your eyes on these new prepositions of movement. Up, down, under, and over. This is up. And the opposite of up is down. This is down. Now, those 2 were easy. What about under and over? Well, this is under. And this is over. So we can say that we walked up the stairs and then we walked down the stairs. We can say, I broke my leg when I fell down the stairs. We can say that the dog jumped over the cat, and we can say that I walked under a ladder. Gods of English make their own luck, remember? Now, one thing is very interesting. Under. We can use under as a preposition of place. My t-shirt is under my jumper. The cat is under the bed. But we can also use under as a preposition of movement. The mouse ran under the bed. I walked under 3 ladders this morning. When I run to the statue on Gellert Hill, I run up the hill and then I run down the hill. To get to Gellert Hill, I run over Sobochag Head. When Pishti flies a helicopter, he flies over the city. When Pishti flies a plane, he flies over the city. When the pilots fly in Budapest, they fly under the bridges. When you go from Ostoria to Őrsvezetér, the metro starts underground. Then, after travelling under the ground, it comes out of the ground and travels overground. The metro sometimes travels under the ground and sometimes travels over the ground. Planes and helicopters fly over the city. Submarines move under the water. When the 100 meters swimming race started, the swimmers dived under the water. When we played football this afternoon, I kicked the ball over the fence. Now the ball is in my neighbour's garden. In week 17, we also learned about question tags, didn't we? Do you remember question tags? Now, you probably noticed that I often use question tags. I used one just now. At the end of the sentence about Gordon, I said, "Doesn't he?" This is a question tag. A question tag is a mini question. Often we use these mini questions, these question tags, to show that we're interested or surprised. Like this, we use have you, is it, did they? I've got a new job. Oh, have you? My dad's coming to Budapest. Is he? Sorry, I vomited on your cat 2 days ago. Oh, did you? I didn't know. So, we use the correct form of the verb, add the subject, I, you, he, Doreen, and then add a question mark. My dad's coming to Budapest. Is he? With the verb to be, the correct form for the third person singular is what? That's right, it's is. He is, she is, and it is. So, we make a mini question, a question tag. What do we have to do to make a question? Bingo! That's right again. We have to change the word order. He is becomes is he. She is becomes is she. And it is becomes is it. If we're using a question tag in the present simple, we use do or does to make the question tag. We use do for I, you, we, you, and they, and we use does for the third person singular, for he, she, and it. So, exactly the same when we want to ask a question, we take the correct form of the verb, do or does, and add the subject, I, you, he, she, it, we, you, or they, and finish with a question mark. I know how to get to Székesfehérvár. Oh, do you? Ferry doesn't like pálinka, doesn't he? What's wrong with him? If we're using the past simple, we use did. Simple. Geza and Ildi went to Mad last week. Oh, did they? I didn't go to work yesterday. Didn't you? Why not? All right, back to Loretta. She went inside the hotel. Let's see if we can follow her. Oh, look, there she is. She's standing at the hotel reception. She's talking to the receptionist. Aha! Can you see who the receptionist is? That's right. It's Mary's brother, Gordon. Aha! So now we know what Gordon does. Now we know where Gordon works. We learned from his conversation with Dave Squid that Gordon works in a hotel, but now we know what he does. Gordon Taylor is the receptionist at the Marveloso Splendido Hotel. Good morning, madam. Can I help you? Good morning. I'm here to meet Mr. Williams, the hotel manager. I'm Loretta Sweat. I've got a 10 o'clock appointment. One moment, please. I'll let Mr. Williams know that you're here. Hello, Mr. Williams? This is Gordon Taylor at reception. There's a lady who's got a meeting with you at 10 o'clock. Yes, Loretta Sweat. Okay, I'll tell her. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Goodbye. Mr. Williams said he'd be here in a few minutes. Would you like a coffee while you wait, Miss Sweat? Yes, please. I'd like a cappuccino, please. Of course. I'll bring it to you immediately. Please take a seat in the foyer. Thank you. Oh, and just in time. Look, Enid's finished her makeup and is here to help with some more everyday English. Welcome, Enid. Come on in. The stage is all yours. What ho, people? Hello, hello. It's me again, Enid. And I'm here with some more helpful examples of everyday English. Now, I overheard you and Gav talking about Loretta and her martial arts skills. And I'd like to try and help with a little sports English. Now, in English, we use lots of different names for the places people play sports. Here are some of the words we use. The first word I'd like to introduce is pitch. This is a very common word. We play all sorts of games on a pitch. Cricket, field hockey, football and rugby, for example. A pitch is an outdoor area marked for sports. If we play a game inside, like basketball or squash, volleyball or badminton, then we play on a court. We also play tennis on a court. A court can be inside or outside. Squash is always played inside, but basketball, tennis, volleyball and badminton can be played inside or outside. Golf is almost a sport, and golf is played on a golf course. If people want to lift weights or work out or go to an aerobics class, they normally go to a gym. Right, well, my step class is going to start in a few minutes, so I'm going to have to leave you. Okay, I'm off. Toodaloo, pip pip, cheery bye. Great. Well, that's all the revision we've got time for today. Thanks for watching M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. Don't forget to check out all the videos at www.m5tv.hu. You'll find all our lessons and lots of vocabulary too. Okay, I'm Gav Duncan. I'm not Leon Trotsky and I'm not Kim Jong-il. I'm Gav Duncan and I'll see you next time for some more English language revision.